whenever we are not talking,
Okay.
and we are taking from there. Hi Jay, hi Aman, hi Chinmay, hi. Acha, Murugan is joining, Venki or not?
Are on the way.
Okay,
Uh,
on the way. Okay.
is Robin there?
Nothing, nothing. Everything is cool, Chinmay.
Robin is not there.
I think so. He will join soon.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we will just get started because I have a, 1.5 hour recording session.
Sure,
So
sure,
let's
sure.
meet that. Venki, can you present your video, whatever you've done? Is it possible for you, or you're on the laptop, mobile? Okay. Meanwhile, Aman, can you present your images?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If
So,
it takes time, we can see other time. But if it can be quick, you can go and just present yourself.
sir, it'll be quick, sir. I'll
Okay.
just do it.
Cool, cool, cool.
So just give me a second.
Yeah, yeah. Jay, you also done something on last session, what we talk about, right? Just keep that ready. Okay, so what you are saying, Aman, these objects you are taken from what, Megascan or Aman?
Sorry, sir.
So
Yeah.
these objects where you imported, like you are downloaded from
So,
Megascan?
yeah, most of them are from Megascan. Only the
Ah,
main model, which is this one, is like something we can even put something what we created.
okay.
So,
Uh-huh.
most of my models are based like that only. So this
Uh-huh.
is one of them, like with the background, with the like, I was able to give the environment, the 3D, what you can see, the depth and everything. Then
Uh-huh.
this was the second one.
Okay, cool.
Uh, so again, so the chair, the sofa, and everything is from Megascan,
Uh-huh.
because that website is the best for 3D models.
Uh-huh.
And then like the model of the purifier was again what I added later on.
Cool, cool. Looks good.
And so this was the third one. The table is mine. Like the table is what I created, and the
Hmm.
sofa and everything. I got it ready on Megascan, and like there are a few other sites also, but mostly I use Megascan. So these
Okay,
three
cool.
images I was able to render.
Great. Aman, so as we discussed before, now just make couple of videos out of it and
Yes,
let's see on the next session. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. And then Jay, you want to show something? Last time we talked about something on the HUD, right? Yeah, hi, Venki. Acha, there is a two. Okay. Okay. Jay has done something coding. Okay. We- Jay, we can't hear you basically. Your microphone. Okay, okay, go on. Maybe your microphone is not working. So just show whatever you've done. I will explain then. So Jay created basically a small game out of the asset, and I showed him, how to compile everything. So before that, he had just tutorial work done, but now he is working with a programmer where he can, keep this screen and how to start. Huh, Jay, go on. So you just click on options, you get the options that how to uh, just maximize your screen, Jay. Okay. So basically, once you go into the options, you can see there is a couple options is create with a HUD where you can have a resolution setting and everything. Okay, Jay, go back. Just show me when you do the start or did you added sound or something like that? Okay. Then you go to the start game. Okay. And he made a small tank game. where he can, roam around in the scene. He can fire to there is some another object will come in picture, and he will shoot at them, and they will also shoot at this guy. And once he, destroy all these objects, you will get a message called you win the game. And if they shoot to this tanker and this tanker got destroyed, the message will become that you lose the game. Okay, Jay, that's all. Then he made this one window where you can resume the game or quit the game. Okay. Good work, Jay. So we will talk after this session on the programming front, and we can fine tune on that. Okay. Venki, you are ready with something or? Okay, so Venki is also made some videos taking the Megascan asset. Yeah, I seen this video, Venki. So as I said that there are little bit creative things you have to add on, like lighting and plus a good camera move, especially the assets, quality of the assets has to be improved. Yeah, this is good. Again, some lighting issues. We have to correct on that. I think so. Murugan also sent me couple of videos. That also looks good.
Yes.
Okay, so stop presenting, Venki. I will just start from maybe Chinmay is attending first session, and there is Sunil and other couple of guys will join soon. Meanwhile, I will just go to the revise work, whatever we done so far, right? Come on. Like for example, I'm just presenting my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Uh, so far when we startingly we discuss about the role of the DCC app, basically how to use this modeling application and texturing application to import and make the assets. 1 second. Okay, then we talk about the marketplace where we can download the assets, which actually smartly done by Aman and Venki also. Then we have a Pixel breach where you can download the asset. Then there are a lot of sites like TurboSquid, Sketchfab, where we can download the asset and import into the Unreal. So that's the first version we are done. How to get your asset. Same time, whatever asset we are doing, like car and mobile, that also we can take into the Unreal. So this session we are done, right? Venki and Aman, maybe we are clear about that, right, Jay? Okay. Then next step was where we are overview interface. Again, on this stage, we've seen that how to, interface of the Unreal. What is the uses of Unreal? Like how you can do a real-time rendering and how your work process will be get faster, how hybrid pipeline we can use because of Unreal, how we save the render time, we can do a interactive workflow, taking the old custom traditional pipeline into the interactive pipeline. All these things, I think so we gone through this page. And we are seen on that also. So the next step, what we are going to do today is more about uh, uh, the way you work actually, that where you imported your asset and created a scene in Unreal. So I will go a fast way where I can show you how to import the asset from Pixel again and make a very basic scene. Okay. So that where we are presently, the creating the scenes. But before that, if you remember, we already gone to materials, model import, lighting, and camera. Still here we cover everything, and with that help, you made these all videos and images you're showing me. So we'll fine tune till this stage, and then slowly we can go to the next stage where we can import animation from Maya, Max. You can hear me, right, guys? Properly?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great, great. Hey, Sunil. So Sunil is also joining us from today onwards. Sunil is my very old colleague with the Maya,
Hi, Sunil.
and very senior guy. He's in the industry from last 10 to 12 years. So we work together for a long time. So Sunil, what we are discussing here is last time जो अपना हुआ था ना, जो session, I will just repeat for Sunil what we covered so far, and then he will get idea what we are doing now presently. So हम लोग ने try क्या किया था Sunil, that पहले तो Sunil, you can hear us, right, Sunil?
He has some issues with his microphone.
Sunil, can you hear us? Okay, great. Maybe some microphone issue or something like that. So what we are done is, Sunil, is last time. Okay. Some more guys, I guess. I think so. Where Murugan is here, and then I guess Robin is also there.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, hi, Robin.
Hi, how are you?
Good, man, good. So, Robin, I'm just explaining them like what so far we covered because Chinmay and Sunil is joining first time. You've not seen the Jai's work, so I just presented them what Jai done so far on the game. So everything is on the track so far. It's just a fine tuning thing which we are in the process, like where how can we you go no on a fine tune level and make say especially the images which shared Amon, if you see on the WhatsApp group today, it's coming good as a quality wise. Same about the Murugan. Murugan has also made a good video out of very basic assets. So that's what we are talking about. Like from importing the asset, this is the basics workflow we are following. That what tools we can use basically to create everything in the Unreal. Then what will be the process of introduction to Unreal, and the third stage which will be the very detailed orientation on how to import the models, how to import the materials, lighting and everything. So I'm just giving them a revised workflow that what we have done so far and what is remaining to done. So basically for Sunil and Chinmay and whoever, I think so Jai is also there with me from long time. But for asset level, he just need to work more on this. So you can see my screen, right? This is the Unreal work one of my student is doing. He just made a simple, knife from the Blender. He exported here, changed some materials, and used the HDRI image. Venki, you can see this, right? Venki and Murugan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Aman. So
Yes, sir.
this is the one of simple example how you can work, right? You can just make a take an import from any other 3D software like Blender or Max, Maya. Use some
Sir,
environment. Yeah, man.
that pump and lamp also made by Maya. From
Acha, you are not taken from Megascan. You created in
yes, sir.
Maya.
हाँ पंप और
अच्छा.
वो जो लैम्प दोनों भी क्रिएट किया है माया से.
Oh, great, great. But वो आपने शेडिंग और टेक्सचरिंग कहाँ किया था उसका?
तो वो इसमें किया था अनरियल में.
अच्छा, shading and texturing are done in Unreal. That's great, यार. I thought first के that you are taken from Megascan.
जो मॉडल है मुर्गन ने पहले ही बना के रखा था.
Okay.
So we taken for Unreal.
Oh, great. So I think so we are going on a right track then. That same thing I was showing you here, like where you can take a model. This is the one of my student who is working with Blender. Very young guy, like 14 years, and he's made some simple model in Blender. and then import it to Unreal and made some textures and shaders. Now the next level will be create some environment here. So today we will talk something about the landscape and foliage, like whatever we have done presently. We are just I will just start with new level here. So and I will create a new folder called maybe landscape. Oh, sorry, just rename it landscape. Okay. So what we are done so far is like we created small asset from Megascan and or the small asset from everywhere else and input it into Unreal. Today, what we will do at we will check that if we can use some Megascan cool material and create a small scene out of nowhere. Like you can see, there is a simple starting level. If you have nothing here, I will just scale up this plane little bit. Acha, scarcing is not on. Oh, I have to, I think so, present again. Okay. So this is a simple level I have to start with. And as I last time showed, you just use a simple Megascan materials, maybe some ground or something like that. Let me check if I have some materials. Something like this, maybe. It's simple a wood material. There are some couple of wood materials over here, but then I can go to the bridge. You can see my screen, right, guys?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. The net is slow little bit. Okay. So as there is some materials which is there on my local, which I already downloaded. Let me check if I can take this into the Unreal. Okay, I will try something like this. Stony soil, I maybe. I will just go to the Unreal. I have to check. I have to copy this path. Where is my project, located? So I can export that asset to the particular place. Just paste. Yeah, it's the same folder where I'm working on. I will just export this. And whenever I'm exporting, you will see this message that your material is got exported successfully. You see that this is a material is getting imported inside Unreal. If I miss something, just remind me. Because I can see only one screen, which I'm working on. So the material is getting exported from Mixer. And to just explain Sunil, this is all the things you get from Pixel Megascan. There are ready-made assets like this. A lot of shaders are there. Like you can go to the surface, you can find out there is a lot of shaders are there, and you can get a really quick, good, beautiful images just applying this shader to the planes, simple planes. You don't have to work a lot on the modeling level because these materials already have a inbuilt tiling, inbuilt displacement, and everything. I will just show you on this screen. Like I just got this material, I will drag drop to this, and I will just increase the tiling out of it. And so as per your camera angle, you can actually set this styling. Presently, I am not going too away from the screen because then I have to make some blueprints to match the styling for as per camera distance. I'm presently just keeping a camera a little bit, like this. So I don't need this much styling. I can go like little bit minimum, 0.5. Okay. So you can directly see there is a lot of detail which is coming in the picture. And for lighting, instead of using light source or skylight, I will just try to use a simple HDRI backdrop. I will just change this image to little bit interesting, which match my background so far. So the projection is we'll just tweak this material maybe. To match some of my requirement. Now it's very rough. I will just let's just wait a little bit. Increase this plane little bit. Maybe 10. Okay. Just reduce the material. Just delete the skylight. Minimize the intensity to 0.5. And I need a geometry to place here somehow, so I can get that little bit 3D feel. For that, I will just go again to my library from the Megascan, where I downloaded some objects. Maybe something like this. I can export again this. This is more about the 3D geometry instead of just shader. What we have got now presently on the plane is because of shader. Now we are importing some geometry to create that depth look which we required. Again this. Are you following me so far, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Okay. So again, I'm repeating what I've done here is basically I am just creating a small scene where you just take a couple of geometries and couple of shaders, and with the camera you can make an interesting screen. Like nothing really complicated. Simple some assets and surface shader you are exporting from the Megascan and from out of your 3D app and creating a small scene. Okay, so still my assets are getting import. It will be take time little bit as per the complexity of the geometry and the shader. And once I get downloaded my, and one more thing, when you are exporting from Megascan, you just try to check that your models doesn't have all the levels. You just can take a single level. It will be reduce your project size because if you keep on all the levels, then it will be export all the LODs, which mostly used for gaming and everything. But for cinematics, we will not use LODs. We'll maybe go with the detail model where we're just keeping a camera and rendering the scene. So to showing the uses of LEDs, we can cover that in the next session when we do the interactive performance for the game and everything else, where you can have a multiple triangles geometries. So it will be all get imported into the Unreal. And as per camera distance, this LED will be get used. That if you are near to the camera, it will be use a very high level of geometry. And if you go away, far away from the camera, it will automatically use the lower triangles of geometry. So your file size and interactivity FPS rate will be the better. So I imported already some of my geometry. Let's see how to place that. So this is the surfaces. Basically, this folder is where you can have your shaders. For asset, you have this folder called 3D assets. So I'm just importing my assets over here. And I will just place for a rough, there will be a little bit metallicness, which I want to reduce. I have a little bit darker here. I have one more geometry which I can place here, something like this. So one more geometry which I can block my scene. I'm creating a basic light setup over here. Show scene little bit lighting source. And you have to increase little bit attenuation. And I'm assuming that my light source is somewhere from here, which is something like this, maybe. It changes material little bit, so get some. And for my point light, I will add a color little bit, which is from the sky color. Yeah. So yeah, this is how you can create a basic simple scene. It's all about the geometries which you have downloaded, placing your geometry in a right uh, composition. And again, on the next session, I will show you how to merge this geometry into the ground plane, because presently the ground plane and here you can find this scene. This you can do by the other techniques, which will be covered in next session. The last thing which I will add to this file is your fog, visual effects. expositional height fog. So height fog will be give you, you know, a quite good. Just increase my light intensity maybe little bit. And once I have a, you know, basic scene which is ready, I can create a camera from here called create camera, cine camera actor. So once you create a camera, you can see your view from the cine camera actor, and this is your camera, and you have a lot of flexibility, you know, working with the cameras. Like you can have your film black. Film black is basically your sensor. How maximize your sensor should be. I will go with film presently. Then again, you have a focal length, and what focal length will be mostly used uh, for the depth of field. I try to use mostly a wide focal length, which give me a good depth of field. My cine camera actor. Maybe I will be little bit reduce my focal length. 50 will be good. Yeah, sounds good. And height fog, maybe I will reduce little bit. Now the last thing which I would like to do is your post processing. Once you do a simple composition with asset and lighting and everything, you can just take a post processing uh, volume. First thing you have to do is you have to make this infinite. So it will be affect overall scene. Otherwise, it will be affect only the part which you are creating the box. Like this box will have only the effects which you are putting on post processing. But as soon as I say infinite extend up, it means it will be effect on overall the scene. I will show you what you can do with this post processing volume. There is a lot of option, like you can create a lens flare effects, you can create a good color correction, whichever mostly we do in the post processing in a traditional pipeline. We'll create a little bit boom. Hmm. Okay, my this click was off. Meanwhile, that's why I was not able to use this effect. Let me take it again. Maybe some problem with this. Should be effect. So somehow post-processing unit is not working. I have to find out why the problem is. But same thing I can do from the camera, because camera also have its post-processing attributes. Right. Some issues with this. Sure. Okay, I will check out why this is not happening, but it's pretty straightforward. We tried this already, right, Venki, last time with the camera and post processing.
Yes, sir.
Some issues. Maybe I will create my camera again. Let's see if there is some problem. Create cine camera actor. Cine camera actor. I have a color grading. Nope. Is not working. Somehow is not working. I don't know why. I will just save the level. Landscape. I'm saving in visual. Now, I'll just go to the other scene. Let me check out if it's working there or not. Any doubts so far, guys? Whatever I've shown you. So I think so. We done already that, right? Lot of part. It's just a assembling thing on a final front. Presently, whatever assets we are using from Megascan or we are importing from any other software, uh, it has to be placed and light very well to get that beauty. That's what we are trying presently. The folder called jewelry. Hmm. Okay. I will go to this scene. Maybe let's see. Still not working. Something wrong again. Okay, I will check on my end what happening. Basically, whenever I use the post processing effects and other things, it should be work. But let's see on the next session if that's not working presently. Right. So what I will show you next is what we talk about before is the landscape. So for landscape, it's a very simple process. You have to go to from here models to landscape. There will be a simple window which asks you, you know, either you can create a material from here. A simple options. I feel that you just keep everything pretty by default. Say create. Once you create, you will get a landscape in your scene, which you can sculpt, or you can use the height map. I will just try to download some height map from here. Maps, Unreal. Just download this image. Any questions so far, guys?
No, sir.
No. Very good. It's taking a little bit time to download. Yeah, it's done. So when you download the height map, you will look like something like this, which is a black and white image, which will give you, what is the part which is come in high. This white area is your highest point, and black area is your ground level. So let's see if you input this map, what result we get in the Unreal. So I will just copy this path. Copy as a path. Go to the Unreal, and I will import the height map. We'll just delete this landscape and maybe create again. Let's see. Import with file. I have to click here. So then I can get a height map path. I will just put in my path over here. Okay. Input. You will see the result as soon as I import the height map. And again, it's depend upon the resolution, what type of resolution I am taking here. This time I'm taking a high resolution, which is 8K by 8K. So it will take some time to create that height map. But what result you will get is something like this, which I showed you before on the this drive, right? You can see this type of landscape you directly get in Unreal. only with the height map. You don't need to sculpt or you don't need to the model. You will have the flexibility. Once you create the imported the height map, you can go manually sculpt everything as per your requirement. But as a starter point, you get a lot of this detail directly with the height map. Let me check. Yeah. Only thing is the Z depth is higher. I have to reduce the Z depth of landscape. I will try to create on a lower size because I think so it's taking a little bit time. My system is not that fast. So let me take with 2048 instead of 8K. Okay. Again, I will go to the landscape. Import from the file. I will take my file path, open, and in ZDepth, I will reduce this to maybe 50, or I have to check that, 20. And overall resolution, I will just reduce to 2048 by 2048. If you see, once I reduce the resolution, it automatically reduces from here. My landscapes become a smaller instead of very high, big. Okay. You can see the landscape is already created. It's taking some time to compiling the shaders. That's why it's not giving me a full control over it. But in a some time, once its shader will be get compiled, you will get a proper landscape like what you showed. I showed you here. This type of landscape you will get in Unreal without doing much of the work. And then we have a layer shader. By that, uh, uh, you don't have to create a manual texture. Like you don't have to unwrap it and create a texture, which can be uh, uh, when you are zooming, it can be a pixelated. So you have to create a particular texture for particular area that you don't have to do. It gives you a generic procedural texture. By this, in any magnification, wherever you zoom in or you sculpt, like for example, you have a height of 5 meters, and the upper part is snow, the middle part is rock, and lower part is grass. All that effect you will get with the layer shader. I will show you in a couple of minutes how it works. Let me compile my shaders a little bit. Nobody tried this before, right? From all of you guys. Landscape, we never talk about it, right? Okay, let me check if it's updated. Right. Okay. You can see all the geometry detail is come automatically. Again, I kept the resolution very low. That's why, and maybe my system is little bit slow. So I will try with this on a different machine next time where I can explain you in a better way. But there are some features which I want to explain you now. Like for example, on this scene, uh, once your landscape is get created, you can paint the foliage. We just get out of this scene maybe. Let's see. So for example, once your landscape is get created, this is a simple HDRI dome. But once your landscape get created, you have these mountains and everything in a geometry level. On that, you can texture, paint ground level differently, height level differently with layer shader. Same time, you can draw the plants over here by importing from the Megascan only. Like for example, in Megascan, if you have a rocks like this or the trees like this, you can take that into the foliage, which is the foliage mode. And in foliage mode, you can drag drop your asset over here, like couple of assets. For example, you can have this foliage like rocks, small rocks, or you can have the plants or something like that. And you can directly paint on your plane, which is your landscape plane. So you don't have to place manually everything over here. And I might be in a better position to explain you next time once my PCs get updated. But yeah, you're getting idea of what I'm talking about here,
Yes, sir.
guys?
Yesterday only
Right.
I tried.
Okay, right. So I think so, Vanki, what scene you made that manually. But eventually, when you want to make a landscape, you can create this type of workflow where you can import the landscape. And especially when you need a real-time landscape, like real-time height map, also you can download from the net. I will show you that also. Height map. Right, Telegram. If you see, this is a real-time height map. For example, if I have to need some specific geometrical location, like from Maharashtra or Kerala or somewhere like Afghanistan, I can actually zoom in that part to that area. For example, in this situation, if I need something from the Kerala or Maharashtra, I can go to that area. I need the geographical condition over there, and I can snap this height map and I take it to the Unreal. So I will get a real uh, Google data to map on my model. Like I have a plane over here, and as soon as I put that height map over there, I will get that type of terrain. Instead of doing a manual work, I can get a generic topology over there. And on above that, I can create the foliage and the shader in the particular way that in a couple of days or 3 days, I can create a better landscape instead of doing manually. Got my point, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next time we will do the same thing. What we will do is I will create a small landscape offline, and then when I'm presenting something, I will show you here how to do this online. And same time, you will also try for the height map importing and doing everything over there at your end. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
So any question for this session? I know that we might have a better system to present that height map and layer shader, which I will definitely do next time. But so far, जो भी अभी तक अपन ने किया था, that creating asset from Megascan, downloading from Sketchfab, creating your old asset from own asset from the modeling software, taking inside Unreal, putting a camera, doing the rendering out of it. All these things are clear to you, right? So far?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. We'll meet you next time with some more work. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, sir. Yes.
Bye.